Hey everybody, my name is Nicole Dionne and I am a licensed esthetician, makeup artist, and eyebrow designer, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys today and share with you all about eyebrows. I have been doing eyebrows for the past 17 years, and I have a business called the Eyebrow Studio here in Edmond, Oklahoma, where I do brows every single day. So I know a few things about eyebrows. I started Eyebrow Studio before brows were popular. I was kind of a pioneer in eyebrow designing. I remember opening up my studio, and even my own family was kind of like, I don't know if this is gonna work. But I have seen the evolution of eyebrows go from kind of a weird, bizarre concept to like a staple in beauty and fashion. And so today I'm going to share with you some things about eyebrows and some products that you can use to make your brows look fabulous. So if you want to comment and ask questions, I will do my best to read and answer any questions that you have. And if you're watching the replay, just ask your questions and I will respond to them at a later time if you're watching this on the replay. So let's just jump in and get started. So a little bit about what I do here at the Eyebrow Studios. I do something called custom eyebrow design, where I shape a woman's eyebrows to her face shape, eye shape, and also take account personality and how you want to be perceived, like your first impression. And so why is that important? Why do I do that? It's because your eyebrows is the tool of communication. So when you are not saying a word, you are communicating with these bad boys right here. You walk into a room, you might have that resting bitch face. Sorry, I don't know if I can say that on here, but a lot of people are like, people think I look mean. A lot of times, ladies, it's the eyebrows shaped in the wrong position, or they're super neutral or flat, and they're saying messages that you have no idea, what you are saying. And you've seen people super surprised looking, or you're kind of like, oh girl, your eyebrows, and you just want to say something, but you don't. So let's talk a little bit about shaping. Like, how are you supposed to shape them? Girls, we want to stay away from that little hooked eyebrow. A lot of women are arching their eyebrows in the wrong spot. So when you have your tweezers and you are starting here and you're making this part go up into like a hook, that's a no-no. Now there are different face shapes where different angles do better, but we won't really jump into that per se. But I do want to break a myth that is out there with the rule of shaping eyebrows. I absolutely hate it. Hey everybody, how are you? So we hear these rules like, okay, we're supposed to start our eyebrows here, and then we're supposed to have it arch out here. Well, okay, so maybe this part is okay and this part is okay, but this part, I hate this rule of thumb, because like it's a rule of thumb, and this is terrible. Like, if I match this up to my nose, I'm gonna have like half my eyebrow off. That's ridiculous. It's gonna look imbalanced and it's not going to be the best eyebrows. So don't do this. Really, you want your inner corner to be closer to the bridge of your nose. It's better if you have a professional do it, but if you can't do that, just do not tweeze your inner corners off. Another thing I noticed throughout my whole career is a lot of people will wax their peak off, and so their brows start to lower because they don't have that peak anymore, because it keeps getting either tweezed off or waxed off. And then we have some people who take off their brow at the end. I'm not really sure what that's all about. Sometimes it's other people waxing their eyebrows and they come in with little nubs, and then I have to help grow out eyebrows from little nubs into big, beautiful, bushy eyebrows. Another thing to keep in mind with eyebrows is you don't have to be trendy with eyebrows. This is why I customize them to your face shape and your personality, because honestly, it's better just to have a classic eyebrow that fits you best, and then you can be trendy with your eyebrow makeup. So you can make your brows look fuller, or you can make them look thinner. So it's better not to be on the trendy side with brows, but more of a what looks good on you type of brow. I have here a little chart that basically, when I do a custom eyebrow design, I look at your face shape and your eye shape, like I just said, and I draw what the person's brow looks like. So this particular person, this was her before brow, and this is what we're trying to achieve. And these are just some information about the individual, like her face shape, her personality, and what she wants to convey with her messages. So eyebrows are really, really important, and you don't want to overlook eyebrows. Like, you want to make, if you do one thing with makeup, you want your eyebrows to be on point. Okay, so let's jump into some of the makeup products and techniques that you can use to make your eyebrows look fabulous. I'm going to start out with something really basic, which would just be a eyebrow pencil. Most of us ladies have brow pencils. I really love this one here because it has like a little spoolie at the end. It's self-sharpened, but I love that it's super fine. Can you see that? It's like super precise. So a lot of times, you know, you're like trying to put on your eyebrows and you're just putting it on this way, but with a pencil, it is actually best to go in the opposite direction of your hair growth because it makes more hair-like strokes and it puts it on a little bit more naturally, so you don't have this crazy dark penciled in eyebrows. You know, we've seen all those crazy dark brows, I'm pretty sure. So, and then you're just gonna brush these eyebrows up. Now, not everybody's eyebrows grow up into the side. You're gonna need to brush your brows in the directions that your brows grow and look best. So for some people, you're gonna need to brush it up towards your nose. For others, you're gonna have to brush it down. For some, you're gonna have to brush it over. So check out your brows in the mirror, see what direction your hair is growing, and then just tailor it to your eyebrows. Another brow product that I absolutely love is a brow gel. This specific brow gel, it's the Moonstruck Precision Brow Gel. It has actually fibers already in the formula, so it's going to help your brows look fuller. If you have sparse eyebrows, you're going to love this product because it's going to give your eyebrows some more dimension. So when you apply this product, you're going to again do that in the direction that your brows grow. And it's going to, what I love about this particular little brush, it's going to separate the hairs and make everything look very clean, but it's also going to build that hair up. So it's going to make you look like you have a lot more hair. So if you are very sparse brows, use your pencil, then use a brow gel. You always want to pair the two if you have very sparse eyebrows, okay? Another brow product that you can use, and it's actually a multi-purpose product. This is called a splurge cream, and this is in the color Faithful. It's kind of like a dip brow. It's going to give you a little bit of a fuller coverage, and it does dry to a powder. I guess I can put a little bit on just so you can see it. So you're just going to dab a little bit in there, and you can also use this as an eyeshadow. That's what's really awesome about it. It's a flat color, but you know, you can use this even with this combination, and you can use it to give a really pretty outline to the brows. If you girls are on Instagram and see all these gorgeous Instagram eyebrows, a lot of times what they're doing is outlining the eyebrow and making it look just very sharp and precision. Let's see, let me see what Kim is saying here. Oh, this one here, the brow gel. Yes, this is absolutely amazing. Everybody needs a brow gel in their kit. Now, it doesn't matter if you do a pencil or a powder, but you definitely need a brow gel to go along with that. So, but you see how the splurge cream here just made a really pretty outline, and now my brow is really defined. This one doesn't have anything, and now look how beautiful that brow looks. And it makes a difference, doesn't it? Just jazzes up my eyes, makes my brows look amazing, and it brings my eyes forward. So that's another thing, ladies. If you have blonde eyebrows or really sparse eyebrows that you cannot see, what that does is actually pushes your eyes back. So you're not getting that full-on eye look because your eyebrows are taking away from your eyes. So these little frames here are going to make your eyes pop. I know that kind of seems weird that it's going to be your brows that make your eyes pop and not necessarily your eyeliner or your eyelashes. Those things make it pop too, but if your brows aren't on and they're light and you can't see them, then you're going to be distracting from your eyes. Also, if you wear glasses, you want to have a bolder eyebrow so that it can draw your eyes forward. So keep that in mind and start practicing and getting these eyebrows on. Now, for those of you who don't have any eyebrows, you maybe have like 5 because you shaved them off when you were younger or you plucked too many. These are the most amazing brow stencils. What can I say about it? It is really flexible. I have tried brow stencils in the past and I haven't really been a fan. Have you guys tried it before? Brow stencils, like they're like usually super stiff and you're like trying to figure out how to do it. But this is so flexible. You can just put it on your brow and then with a shadow brush, you just fill it in. So something like this is going to be good for you ladies that don't have any eyebrows and really need help drawing them on and putting them in the right place and having the right shape so you're not doing that hook that we talked about. So let's see if I can do this properly. Probably by the time we're done with this video, my eyebrows are going to be 2 different shapes because I'm showing you some different products, and this specific eyebrow is not necessarily my eyebrow shape exactly, but it'll be close enough. So I'm going to use my camera as a mirror and we'll go from there. So you just fill that in. And like I said, I don't really have a mirror, so I'm going to have to fix that up a little bit. But you can see it was a pretty good template. I love this for my ladies who just don't have any brows, somebody who's just gone through chemo, and you can always clean that up once you just get it on. Do a little bit of brow powder underneath that line and outline. And see, we can just fix that little spot right there. But if you're doing it in the mirror and not using an iPhone camera like I am, you're going to be able to get your eyebrows on pretty easy with that stencil. So there's a stenciled eyebrow for you. I guess it's not too different from that one, so that's pretty awesome. I think these things are like $9. Like they're a crazy price point. Lots of different sizes, so you can just pick out the size that's right for you. I love that we have a very extensive eyebrow cosmetic line. So we pretty much have everything that we need, and one of the newest eyebrow products that are out is a eyebrow palette, which I love this, and I use this a lot on my clients. So really I use most of the products that I showed you on my clients. It just really depends what they need. So let me tell you a little bit about this kit, because when I first opened this kit I was like, what is this? What are these 2 things for? This is pink. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pink. And then this one's kind of a yellow. And when I opened it, I was just kind of honestly confused. I was like, what is this? I mean, I know what the 1 and 2 is for, but the other ones. But what these other colors are for, these are highlighters. And it's a great way to add precision to your brows and kind of clean them up. And this one here is well, they're both highlighters. So one's a shimmery highlighter, one's a matte highlighter. So what I love about this kit too is that you can use this for other things. So today, my crease, I'm wearing color 1. In my brow bone and on my lid, and for my highlight around my eyes, I'm using this pink one, and it's number 3. So you don't have to just use it on your brows. I love multi-purpose products, and so I have it for my eyes today, and that's what I have as my eyeliner as well. And a lot of times I use this darker one, the number 2, for an eyeliner. And I think I'm missing some questions here, so I will go back and see what is the best product for that certain age person's. You know, it doesn't really matter your age when it comes to eyebrows or makeup. What it's going to be is what's best for you. Are your brows sparse? Are they wiry? Are they thick? So that's how you're going to decide what's going to be better for you. If you have really sparse eyebrows, you're probably going to want to use a brow stencil with the powder if you have like nothing, so that you can create a brow. And if you just like to have more of a natural look, you might want to use just the pencil and go in that backward motion like I showed you, just to have a really natural look. And then if you really want to have that Instagram on point brows, you might want to do this. This is pretty awesome. So I already have all my brows done, but I want to show you this. So let me show you how I would fill in my brows, or how I fill in my client's eyebrows with this particular palette. And let's see, did my brush roll away? It might have. And that, oh, here it is. So there's also a pencil. It's a brow, or pencil, I'm sorry, brush. It's a brow artist brush. It's pretty great because we have that angle, and then we have this little flat side here, and then you can use this flat side with, this is brow wax, I didn't talk about that yet, and this is slightly tinted to hold your brows in place, add a little bit of sheen to it. And what I also did not mention is that I use a concealer brush with these are cream colors, these top two. So number 1 and 2 is powder. So you're going to use this brush here with it, or a fluff brush. If you're using a stencil, use this brush with your stencil. That way you can get the most bulk of color on. If you are going to do what I'm going to show you, you're going to want this brow brush, this brow artist brush. So let me grab my mirror. The first thing you're going to do is take this darker color, that number 2 color right here, and you're going to outline your eyebrows. Like I said, most of my brows are on, so I'm hoping you can still see a difference. You're going to line. Okay. And we're going to go down. So we're lining the bottom, and then we're going to line the top. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. And you might want a Q-tip. Let's see. Oh, good, I have one. That way, if you need to just clean up anything, you can. So this is how you're going to get some really full, just gorgeous eyebrows. Okay, so that was the darker color. Now there's 3 different palettes. There's light, medium, and dark. I have the dark because I have dark hair. So the second color I'm going to use is that first color. So I outlined, the darker color is in the tail, and I'm going to take color 1, and then I'm going to fill in the rest of my eyebrows. I'm not going to add any more color to my brush, and I'm just going to slide that over. There we go. So it's going to, don't know if you can tell, but it's like lighter here, and then it goes into a darker color. Now we're going to use the highlighter. We're going to clean that line up a little bit. So I'm going to be using that concealer brush. And going to just put that underneath. And we're going to make this line very precision. But ladies, on an everyday basis, if you don't have, 5 minutes to do a whole full brow, use that brow pencil and that brow gel. You can get your brows on in like 2 seconds. But I want to show you everything about brows today because there might be a date night that you want your brows to look amazing. And this particular palette looks perfect when you want that, Instagram perfect eyebrow. I'm also going to go up and around. I'm just going to blend that in just a little bit. So when you put the highlighter around the whole brow, it makes your brows pop. Do you kind of see the difference between the two? This only has a little bit of highlighter underneath, and then this one has it all the way around. And with this brow, we're going to use the other side of the brush, and we're going to dig into the brow gel. So we're just going to put a little bit here. You want to be pretty light-handed with it because you don't need to smear this on all over. You just want to get it on the top layers of the eyebrows. And take a comb. I'm going to use a mascara wand. And that will just hold your brows in place. If you want them to look more natural and wild, you can actually brush them up towards your nose and get those little individuals to kind of stand up. Okay? All right, so that is how you get it all on point. Now, if you don't want to do all those steps, you can still use this palette. You can just put on number 1, or you can just put on number 2 and use some of the highlighter. So it's your choice how you want to use your brow products. Let me go back here and read what you guys are saying so I can answer any questions. There are days I just put on highlighters on my eyes and it's so pretty. Yes, love highlighters as just a really pretty lid color. Let's see, did I miss anything? Do you guys have any questions about eyebrows, about your eyebrows, what your eyebrows are doing? Okay, I don't really see any other specific questions. Let's see. I always want to do my eyebrows, but I can't do them. So what can you not do with your eyebrows? Are you meaning like tweezing them, or are you meaning like filling them in? Because if you just watch this replay and practice, you totally can do it. As long as you have the right tools and the right makeup, you can make it happen. Where did my stencil go? But if you're somebody with no brows and that's why you can't do them, get the stencils. So whoever sent you to Makeup 101, you'll be able to get any of these products through them. You can get your brow stencils, you can get a brow pencil, you can get brow gel, you can get a brow obsession kit. I have all of them because I am Eyebrow Studio and I need every brow product because I might want to change the look, my look, but also use something different based on what my clients need. So let's see, I feel like I need to dye mine. Okay, so you can definitely dye your eyebrows. And this is a big question that I get is, if I dye my eyebrows, do I still have to fill them in? I mean, if you want them to look like this, you do, because the hair, if you just dye the hair, yes, it looks good and it does make the brows look more defined. But if you want more definition, you're gonna have to use brow pencils. So a lot of times people will bring in pictures and be like, I want my eyebrows to look like this, or I want to look like the Kardashian eyebrows. Well, they have makeup in their eyebrows. So that's how you get that look. Typically, if you're looking in a magazine or you see somebody on TV, they're walking around with makeup in their eyebrows. It's not just their natural brow look. So also you can use brow growth serums. I have just started using a new lash growth serum that we came out with just a few weeks ago, and I've been putting it on my eyebrows because I would really like to beef up my own eyebrows. So I'm going to see if it actually will help my eyebrows too. It should, because it has castor oil and some certain brown seaweeds that has been clinically proven to regrow hair. So I'm really excited to see what that's going to do for my eyebrows. Let's see. Okay, so Linda, you're saying that, because you said both, you can't do them because they're sparse and you don't have them. I think that's what you're saying. So definitely get a brow stencil, and there's the kit, the brow stencil kit comes with a lot of different sizes that will, and you just pick one that's going to fit your face shape and your brows. Okay, let's see. Okay, Kim, you want to know if it regrows my hair? I will definitely let you know, because I think it's going to be a pretty revolutionary product. So I'm an esthetician, and I just don't buy into products and stuff very easily because I know ingredients, and I'm picky. So I haven't bought any lash growth serums because a lot of the growth serums out there have side effects. So I have had clients' eye color change, their skin color change with the different products that they've been using. I've actually had a client tell me yesterday that her poor little eyelashes were falling out from a popular lash growth serum. So I just have never bought into it, because when Latisse came out, it's a medication for glaucoma patients. And I'm like, what's going to happen to people 10 years from now that are not glaucoma patients? Because the ingredients in there actually lower the ocular pressure of the eye. I'm kind of a technical person. I don't want my ocular pressure to be lowered if it doesn't have to be lowered, so I'm kind of not going to do that. So that's why I have never bought lash growth serums, and a lot of times I just wear my 3D fiber lash or put on some falsies. These are some falsies today. I love my falsies. So if you don't know how to wear false lashes, give them a try. They're awesome. But the 3D fiber lash is amazing too. So I know we're talking about brows though. But that's why I have not purchased any of those lash growth serums or brow serums, because I've been worried about the ingredients. So the first thing that I did when I got my lash serum, I'm trying to think of is it Esteem? I think it's Esteem. Girls, help me out. But I turned the box around just like I do with my food, and looked at the ingredients and did some research, and I got online and I looked at the ingredients, and I was pleasantly surprised that there are some natural ingredients in there. The castor oil I already knew was a big one, because that's usually what I recommend to my clients, is using castor oil. But castor oil by itself doesn't have those botanicals that help, you know, boost that growth, and so it's a little bit slower results. But with that added brown seaweed and some of the other active ingredients in there, I was just really excited, because it helps people who are actually like balding when they use that in their like shampoos and serums for their scalp to grow more hair. So I've already seen a difference in about a week and a half of using the new lash growth serum. So it's in my brows, and I will keep you posted. I'm sure it's going to work because it's hair, so I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, so I have a question here from Denise. Are the brow stencils difficult to use? Not these brow stencils. Typically, I don't like brow stencils because they're usually stiff. And so then you're like doing this and then doing this, and they're just difficult to use. But this one molds, like it literally molds. So this eyebrow, if you're just hopping on, this eyebrow was actually done originally with this, and then I, you know, souped it up with the brow palette. But no, you just set it here. So as long as you can hold this in place, or, you know, I have some clients who just like will tape it, but you just hold it, take a fluff brush, fill it up with brow powder that's the right color for you, and just fill it in. And then you can go over it with your brow artist brush and just clean it up, and clean it up with your highlighter, and you can have fabulous eyebrows like that. So I don't feel like it's difficult to use, but with anything, practice makes perfect. So don't give up when you try to fill in your brows and you're like, I didn't do as good as Nicole. That's okay. You got to do it a few times. Practice makes perfect, and once you get it down, you can do it in less than like a minute. And even this, you can do both eyebrows in less than a minute. Let's see, what other questions do we have here? Let's see. All right, ladies, let's see, what else can I share with you? Do you have any questions for me about eyebrows, about brow powders, brow gels? I'm going to give it just a few more minutes, because I think I've kind of dished out everything that you need to know about eyebrows. I guess I can give you this tip too. Before you ever go in to get your brows done professionally, if you are on any skincare products or medications that say sunburn alert, or have salicylic acids, retin-A's, anything from a dermatologist, topical or internal, you want to make sure that you're off of that for up to 72 hours, sometimes longer. Like if you're on Accutane, you want to be off of that for 6 months, because there are certain products out there that thin the skin and make it where you think that your esthetician burned you, but it's because your skin is thin. So like for instance, salicylic acid is a big one that you want to be off of for at least 3 days, 3 to 5 days. So basically 1% salicylic used to be a prescription strength only. Now it's in so many over-the-counter products. And what happens with long-term use of salicylic acid, it will thin the skin up to 3 layers. We have 7, it removes 3. So think about all that lovely sun damage that's happening to your brand new cells underneath. But it makes your skin weak, so as far as facial waxing and eyebrow waxing, it can basically just compromise the integrity of your skin. So you want to make sure that you're aware of what products you're using. Also, I know we're talking about brows, but since we're talking about salicylic acid, over exfoliating, ladies, don't over exfoliate your skin. Once or twice a week is enough. And I say that because a lot of us are, I'm entering my 40s here in about, I think 6 months, and we're trying to, you know, anti-age and all of that. But a lot of us are accelerating aging because we're not using the anti-aging products correctly. A lot of us are using corrective items that we're not supposed to be using yet because, you know, maybe you're not there yet to use corrective items. So you have, you know, decent skin, just cleanse, tone, moisturize, sun protection. That's all you need. Maybe an exfoliation once or twice a week. So I'm adding that little bonus in there for you because it just breaks my heart how many people are trying to care for their skin and they're getting bad results later, if that makes sense. So like in their 20s, they're trying to prevent looking older in their 30s, and in their 30s, they're dealing with melasma because of the products that they were using in their 20s to prevent aging. So it's kind of a mess, but that's for another video. So if you guys don't have any more questions for me, I'm going to hop off here. Thanks so much for joining me with all about eyebrows. And if you have any questions, if you're watching the replay, drop it here in the comments and I will make sure that I personally answer the questions for you. So yes, go to the person who invited you here, grab your brow products, practice, 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 and, you know, post your pictures here in the comments. We'd love to see your brows looking on point and awesome. I always love seeing pictures of my friends and clients who use their brow stuff or any of their makeup because it's really fun to see. So share it. All right, guys, I will see you guys next time. I hope you took a tip or two, and I will see you later. Bye.